boy. I'm on the wrong screen already. Holy cow. Hello, how we doing? Heroclix fans, it is Dishing Up Clicks. I just completely screwed up the intro, and I will make no apologies for it. It is what it is, and you will get it and like it, and we will go from there. I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you guys are enjoying your lives. I know it's pretty shitty right now. COVID-19 is kind of throwing a wrench in the works. It's doing it for everybody. I hope everyone is staying safe. We have a very special show today. I am in the middle of sharing a few things, so please bear with me as I try and make sure that everything is being taken care of real quick. And then we'll go ahead and we will get to all the fun stuff. So, as many of you know, I've been trying to do the Heroclix More Than a Game series. And it's been difficult because of COVID-19 and everything to get people together to do interviews and things like that. So, we're going to do something different. My son is up for his for summer. He's here hanging out with me right now. We're going to do a live interview with him. And we'll go from there, and we will have a conversation. We will take your questions and your comments as well, and do all that fun stuff. So, first things first, though, Critical Hits Customs has sent me some stuff. I will be giving away some of these bad boys right here. On the other side is something very special that we both have been working on. I had this idea. They said, let me see if we can do it. They can do it. We're going to give some stuff away. Doc Merto is already getting some for being a Patreon subscriber. I thank you so much, Doc. Aaron Lloyd from Last Action Heroclix is already getting some as well for being a Patreon subscriber. I appreciate you guys. And Marcus Zilla, the guy who is making all this happen, is also one of my executive producers for this show as a Patreon subscriber as well. So I can't do this show without you guys. I appreciate your time so much. So, without further ado, as you can see, this is just some of their work. I talked about this the other day on one of the Dish Talk episodes live on the Heroclix International Exchange. This is some of their work. Double-sided. It's a Becky Barnes for the Ultra Chase. This is also Cairo. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I hope so. If not, it's Kiro. But that's for a couple of figures I just got. Now, monster is a huge keyword right now in the game. And there's a figure that I've been wanting to play for quite some time to make it work. But to do so, you need to have 1,000 bystanders. I'm talking about Dawnbreaker, the Chase Dawnbreaker from Rebirth. I've got him. I love him. Jason Wingard is still a huge thing. Bystander tokens are still being made left and right. Bystanders is the new hotness. Every figure in the game, it seems like, can make a bystander. Whether it's the Molecule Man. I already screwed it up. Molecule Man from the new set that I think it's the Reed Richards. One of the Reed Richards chases can make. You've got, as people are calling it, Dad Thing, making Pogs as well. So it's a hotness. And I was like, what do I do? Do I make 100 bystanders and just keep them on me if I'm playing Dawnbreaker, and hopefully maybe I have the bystander with me? So we're going to do something different here. So what we came up with here from Critical Hits Customs, and we'll go ahead and so it will focus. It is the Nightmare Construct. So, Nightmare Construct. Everything on it is blank, though. Reason being, this is a whiteboard finish on these bystander tokens. So, let's say, I don't know, you make a Becky Pog. Okay? I'm going to do a test with three different markers as well. We have the fine tip Sharpie. We have the ultra fine tip. It's just a straight dry erase marker. Okay? And then we have the classic Sharpie as well. And I'm going to show you, I've already tested them out. I'm going to show you how well these take to it. Okay. So, Zach, I know you're over there right now. You're not on camera. Okay? But I'm going to have you read out her What's going on, Emily? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. We're going to start off with the dry erase marker, okay? Dry erase marker. As we all know, you get a +1 to the stats of your nightmare construct when it's made. So what's the speed value?
It's an 8.
So we're going to be a 9. So boom, we got a 9 there. What do you got for the attack?
11.
We're going to be a 12 there. What do you got?
18.
So it's a 19 there.
And 2.
So it's going to be a 3 damage. What's her range?
Is 4.
So we're going to be a 5 there. Okay? And we're going to put Becky. My handwriting is bad, so I will apologize. So there we go. You have now fine tip, dry erase marker. Right there, you got your stats. Now, the question is, all right, are these actually going to erase? How much do I have to do to get these to erase? Literally, you run your thumb over it. It's gone. It's ready to be used again. Okay? That's how awesome these things are. It stays on. It's good. That's just the dry erase marker. Now, let's say, okay, I couldn't get my hands... Also, by the way, Dollar Tree. I picked this up from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a 3-pack of blue, red, and black. So you can get yourself a 3-pack of ultra-fine dry erase markers from the Dollar Tree store if you have one in your neighborhood. Now we're going to use the fine tip Sharpie, okay? So again, you want to go ahead and rattle off those numbers again. I already forgot them.
8.
8, so it's going to be a 9. Boom.
11.
So it's going to be a 12. Boom.
18.
It's going to be a 19. Boom.
2.
We're going to throw that 3 in there. I know it's the 5 range still. Bada boom. We write the Becky back in the name because fuck it, why not? So I know exactly, because I'm an idiot. I'm going to play this shit and I'm going to be like, I don't even know what nightmare construct that is. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Don't jump the gun, Marcus, you son of a... So, again, boom, your fine tip Sharpie right on there. Again, I'm able to just, with a couple of wipes, that fine tip comes right off. Okay? Literally, couple of wipes, that fine tip Sharpie comes right off. If you need to, you go ahead and you know, a little bit of just plain straight up water.
They also make fine tip dry erase markers. They sell them on Amazon. Oh, I didn't know you had one. They make like the super pen.
This is what I got.
I didn't realize. Why did you get that?
I got it from the Dollar Tree for a 3-pack.
You're fancy.
Ginger just hijacking.
I'm sorry.
So this one's a little wet still, so I'm not even going to do that. They're awesome, and I love my monster teams, and I love my Stegron pigs. Marcus Zilla, if the markers are on there for a little bit of rubbing alcohol, take it right off. Jason Hershwich, this concept is good in general for any Pog you don't have on hand. Absolutely. Don't apologize, Marcus. No need to keep a million Pog. Exactly. This is why, because I was like, I want to use... this, but I don't want to keep 100,000 Pogs on me. Also, again, I'm sure Marcus Zilla and the boys over at Critical Hits Customs are going to make some blanks as well, just in case you want some cool art that they do with a blank canvas, and you can go ahead and put whatever you want on there. You're good to go. So now we're going to use the classic old school Sharpie, and this tip right here isn't really sharp either. It's not a super fine tip like they usually come. This Sharpie is seen a little wear and tear. So we're gonna go ahead and rattle off those numbers one more time for me because I'm an idiot and forgot them already.
8.
So we're going 9.
11.
We're going 12.
18.
We're going 19.
And a 2.
And we're going 3. It's the 5 range. It's Becky again. And guys, this is from a little bit of a worn Sharpie. I mean, it's pretty sharp. No pun intended.
So cheesy.
Let's go ahead and... Focus, you son of a... There it goes. I mean, that's pretty good. Now we're going to try it with the old thumb test. Alright, that one stays on there a little bit better. I just ran my thumb over the Becky. Okay? So I'll do it right here on the thing. That one's staying on there. Just a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water. Oh, drop the Pog.
Smooth.
Yep, very smooth. I know. So this isn't even with the rubbing alcohol like Marcus had mentioned. This is literally me just having a dish towel on hand with just a wee bit of water on it, not even soaked or anything like that, and it's clean. So, classic Sharpie, got you covered. You want to use the fine tip Sharpie, it's got you covered. You want to use the ultra thin dry erase marker? Oh man, that's the New England right there coming out. Got you covered. So, with that being said, the guys over at Crazy, these are mine, so I'm not sending these out to anybody. This is my stack for my play, but they did send me another 12. So 4 of those are being put aside for Doc. 4 have already been shipped out to Aaron. So I have 8 bystander tokens left in my hands. Okay. So with that being said, that means that 2 people, because I did hit 100 subscribers. So I thank you all very, very much. I can't thank you guys enough. You make the show worth doing, because without you guys, there is no show. This all started with me just doing a bunch of dishes and talking on Heroclix International Exchange, and now it has evolved into something great, something bigger, and I can't thank you guys enough. So, we're going to give away, I know, this is a slap chop. You're going to love my nuts. So, again, I'm giving away 2 sets of 4. All you have to do, I already have a post up on the Dishing Up Clicks page. Go tag 2 friends, push them, make sure they subscribe as well. They don't have to subscribe, but as long as you throw up your YouTube name on the comments and you go ahead and you tag 2 friends in that post, you're entered into winning a set of 4 of the Nightmare Constructs. Now, with that being said, we're gonna flip this camera over. We're going to get my special guest in here. Oh, man, there is a mess behind him. Don't care. Big hair, don't care. I totally forgot that we've been cleaning and remodeling the house, and there's just a stack of shit behind him.
Ton of boxes.
Just so many shipping boxes. Don't move. You got to block it with part of your body. I totally forgot we were doing that.
I showcase the boxes.
I got to showcase off the boxes and everything. Son of a bitch. My wife is going to be pissed. So anyways, we are doing Heroclix More Than a Game today. This is going to be a live edition. I do have Patrick Yapoko. I do have the Peterson brothers, Jeremiah and Rob. And I do have Jay Major and Jalen Major, I believe, all ready to rock and roll and do the show. It's just a matter of timing and getting people together. So when I say Heroclix More Than a Game, what do I mean it's more than a game? It's more than a game. It is a culture. It is someplace that you can go to fit in. It is someplace to go and feel like you belong. And so that is 100% what I believed in since day one. You can go, there's a dog sighting. So I totally forgot that I was going to throw a camera on him, and we just have stacks of boxes behind him in the live video. So,
God.
oh yeah.
Don't judge us, please.
It's a disaster. I forgot.
Please don't judge us, God. Don't look. Avert your eyes.
So, all right.
It's all my fault.
It's part of mine because I've been painting and throwing stuff in here as
We're
well.
looking for the fucking laptop too. Then.
Yes.
The
we were.
frickin'
The
frickin' laptop.
He's gotta
Yes, my
find out.
kid's
He's
my
gotta
kid's
find out
16.
like I do.
You
I
know
didn't
he's my
that.
son because he does swear a lot, and that went into the. So for those that don't know, I also wrote a article very long ago for Majestics.com, and it was winning with winning with, it was basically, to paraphrase, it was losing with class and winning with class, basically. And it was an article about my son, because he'll tell you, when he first started playing Heroclix, even when he was little, he talked a lot of shit. And now, when I say, pull the microphone up to you a little better.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if we're getting you in there or not. If anybody is still watching, probably not. Let me know if you can hear him. But yeah, so when he first started, he was young, and he obviously watched me. So when he started playing, he would talk a lot of shit. And again, with like my brother, or I call him my brother, my best friend Jeremiah, like, no problem. With a couple other my guys, Jason, Rich, Tyler, no problem. But when we had other guys who would play, and they were just getting, tossed around by, when did you start playing?
I have no idea. I think I might have been like 7 or 8. Maybe.
Like yeah, like when he first started,
Single
like,
digits.
yeah. So they're getting their shit tossed around by an 8-year-old. They're not having, and then he's like, when he's making dice rolls, and he's like, boom, that's 4, and it's like, oh god, I gotta teach, hey, like, you gotta win with class, and you gotta lose with class. So you don't rub people's face in with that 4 damage you just smacked them with. Like you gotta know your surroundings. You gotta know, you gotta know the tournament you're playing, and you gotta know who you're playing against. So that was something. I had to teach him a long time ago because when we played, it was just fun. You'd rub each other's face and stuff, and we're going to probably do it later this week at some point in time. We'll go ahead and we'll stream that live, and you guys can hear father-son shit talking, trash talking, him just playing nothing but Deadpool because that's all he does, and Weapon X because he's a chump.
Weapon H. I'm not a chump.
So, what is your first memories of playing games? What did we play?
Minis. Star Wars minis.
Was that what it was? I thought it was Star Wars minis.
I had like everything in the set. Like almost every figure in the set.
Yeah, you had a lot of stuff.
And we would... Actually, I don't think I had every figure because we would go out and get boosters time to time.
Every time we would hang out at Granny's house.
It's always at Granny's house.
We would go to Target.
And we'd pick up a booster.
And we do booster drafts from Target.
Yes.
So, for those that don't know, Star Wars Mini is a game that came out a long time ago.
By a company called Wizards of the West, I believe.
Wizards of the Coast?
Wizards of the Coast.
I think it's a Wizards of the Coast game.
Something like that.
But yeah, it was a very simple game. All you had to do was roll a d20. It was something that was easy to explain to a younger player to get them engaged in playing miniatures games. Like, you didn't have all the nuances of what charge and running shot does, but I'm pretty sure in Star Wars Minis you could move and you could attack.
There was force powers.
With everyone in the same... Well, again, if I wanted to move up like a stormtrooper, I could move them and then I could shoot with them, correct?
Yeah, but there was different things.
But again, the powers then stacked on top. So if they had like a spray gun, I could do that. So there were other things that you could stack with moving, but every character basically had like a move and attack kind of. You could shoot somebody who was on an angle, but they would get like a plus something. It was like a +1 or +2 to their cover.
Might have been 2.
I think it was like a +2 if they were in cover, which would be like our hindering terrain. So it was just very simple, and it was something that was fun. We would go to Target. They had all the boosters on sale all the time because the game was starting to slowly die out and deteriorate. So that would be what we would do, is we could literally go and grab 4 boosters for $20. And then we would open up 2, or we would each open up 1. We would do a booster draft, and then we'd open up the other ones, and we'd do another booster draft, and I just gave him all the figures. Because at that time, like, I wasn't playing Star Wars minis with anybody else but him, so there's no point in me having Star Wars minis. So that was, and we used to have, what map did we play on?
Death Star, I think.
Is that the one that was like the big, like, it was
pit,
like a...
Had the pit in the middle of it.
Was that the one that was like the nice fold-out one? Because we had the one that was like a board game.
Yeah.
And then we had, what was the blue one? That was paper.
I could have sworn that was a Death Star.
I thought that was the Force Unleashed. We had a couple maps, but one of them was like a really nice, like...
Dog just knocked over a pog.
Oh, it's the blind dog. It's fine. So yeah, it was... Oh, she just walked. It's like people just watched her walk into the door. Girl, she just turned 14, so she's an old boxer. So yeah, that was the start of playing Heroclix. And then after Star Wars Minis, it was Heroclix. Yes. What's your earliest memory of playing Heroclix?
Earliest, I'd have to say probably at Nana's house.
I don't remember what we...
It was I remember War of Light the most, but there was something before that we did too. Before War of Light.
Did we do Fear Itself?
Might have been Fear Itself. It might have been the Batman set.
Oh, the Batman set.
Remember you had the Batman poster, the Bat Belt, the Infinity Gauntlet was in there too. I remember I had the Infinity Gauntlet with the gems.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, my son's 16. He lives with his mom in Long Island. So he used to live here when he was younger. So there was a lot more HeroClix time, a lot more Star Wars Minis time back then. And that's kind of why he bounces in and out of playing. But there was a time where just about any time we had a tournament, he was with me. He'd come with me. We'd hang out. We did the War of Light. We did Fear Itself. I think you were right.
We did X-Men vs. Sentinels. We did that. We went...
X-Men versus Sentinels?
I remember we went to a place and that guy had a huge Sentinels. We had a team based all the X-Men. And you had to pull out the X-Men and you had to fight the Sentinels.
Oh, it was like the scenario thing. Where
that was when the movie was about to come out, I think.
Yeah, we just watched Days of Future Past last night, too.
So,
if you guys are out there and you're still hanging out and you're still watching, if you have questions or comments, please shoot them out there. Let's have a conversation. That's why I do live videos, so we can have the... if you have questions for Zach, go ahead and toss them out there. If you have questions for me, toss them out there. Let's have some interaction, so it's not just us sitting here doing a reminiscing thing. What's your favorite memory playing HeroClix?
Definitely getting the boosters and opening them. It was a lot. There was a lot of good memories, but I remember War of Light the most. I remember going, you set me up with a team. It was like 2 blue lanterns, and you would TK a figure up and down. And I remember getting the boosters and pulling out the lanterns and being really excited about each color. I think we were looking for I think I was interested in a lot of the orange ones and a lot of the yellow ones, I think.
Yeah, I think it was yellow. I know you liked red as well,
red
the Rage. You liked the Guy Gardner in that set.
I liked red.
Well, I know one of them was Weaponer of Quord. I think you played.
I pulled a White Lantern, Kyle Rayner, I believe.
Yep.
I remember.
I think you played a White Lantern team. You played Weaponer, and then you played, I think, Kyle. I can't remember who the other one was.
But all I remember is going back to Nana's house. I remember trading you the Kyle Rayner, and you gave me the Deadpool. You get these Web of Spider-Man Deadpool.
Oh, Web of Spider-Man Deadpool. This was the start of his downfall. Your son's name is Zachary too. That's awesome.
It's not a downfall.
The spiraling of
the Deadpool.
What's your all-time favorite HeroClix from Marcus Zilla? What's your all-time favorite HeroClix figure?
All-time favorite. Well, it's definitely a Deadpool, but it's like one of the older ones. But like it's like one that.
Okay, well let's go over.
There's a few of them. There's a few.
Well, for the older ones, you had the old X-Force Deadpool.
Yes.
You had the Web of Spider-Man Deadpool.
I mean,
like how old Deadpool are we talking? You have the Rev and the LE.
The X-Men
from Mutant Mayhem.
The X-Men LE was really good. I liked the Word Bubbles. I liked the Word Bubble set, but probably gotta go with that LE or the where he's in the X-Force suit, and you can.
Oh, he's in the no, not the X-Force. You talking about the yellow suit?
That's the yellow suit, but
there
was the other one with the X-Force suit. It was a trait.
The old gray suit.
You could choose whether he had combat reflexes and range combat expert, or if he had energy shield and close combat expert.
Yes.
Right off the bat, great piece. Haven't played that in a while though. I've been experimenting with a lot of the new figures.
I'm sure.
So I haven't played that in a long time, but still definitely one of my favorite pieces.
Yeah, it's anybody who traded with me. I appreciate it. I thank you very much. This is the reason as to why I was trading so hard, because literally he only builds around a couple of different themes, keywords, and Weapon X and Deadpool are definitely there. X-Force is up there as well. X-Men. So when I was telling people, hey, I'm trading to get these chases for my kid, I wasn't lying to you. Literally trading to get these. I'm never going to play them ever. To answer your question, Marcus, I mean, for me, I have had so many HeroClix over the years. I lost a bunch a long time ago. Ares, the original Ares from Legacy, is probably up there just because it was one of my favorite figures to play. I started heavily playing when Legacy came out. So my first booster I ever opened was Kingdom Come Flash. And then like an idiot, I traded it away for the Son of Darkseid Superman, which they were not, like, it's night and day. And then I ended up trading that, or I ended up trading some other stuff away again to get back my Kingdom Come Flash. My first ever huge event, I went to Philadelphia for Wizard World Philadelphia, and I played a variation of what people were playing with the Kingdom Come Flash team. I didn't play it normally. I played the Owlman unique from back then with him. So I played a little bit of a variant. I think I did place pretty high. And back then, too, you had to qualify to make it by playing in a sealed event. And then the next day you would come back and you'd play your team that you had built. So Kingdom Come Flash is definitely up there. It was actually probably the first comic book series I read, too, because of Heroclix, was Kingdom Come. And then after that, like I said, Ares from the Legacy set. I mean, for modern clicks, modern day Heroclix with the Oreo bases and things like that. I mean, Trinity War Batman was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that. I'd have to say Jakeem Thunder and Al Jordan. Those are definitely two of my favorites. My biggest win came playing those with those two. And my son was actually there for that.
It was.
That was a cool time. It was back when...
Beat a 12-year-old.
I don't know if he was 12. He ended up going to the Rock Cup, too, that year. But... Or no, his buddy ended up going to the Rock Cup. But yeah, that was my biggest... when I won Rhode Island State Championships. I don't even know how... When it was for the Outpost, the Wolverine, Old Man Logan Outpost rock map. So, I mean, that thing is long rotated now, I think. So that's how long ago that was. So I like those figures. And again, it was also a good time for me because my son was there, and he was able to hang out for the day, and I actually, threw up a dub. So that's nice. Marcus Zilla, I think for me it's the ADW Chase Hawkeye. He was designed after the Hawkeye from my favorite Hawkeye run from Matt Fraction and David Aja. I think that's how you pronounce their names. And he was just a great figure. Yes, I mean, that Hawkeye was really, really good. Yeah. I mean, I like one-armed Green Arrow as well.
That's a good figure.
He was on that team as well. But again, too, it's from the Dark Knight series. Really enjoyed that comic book as well, Frank Miller. I wasn't ever really a big into comic books until I started playing Heroclix. And then Heroclix got me into comic books. So Heroclix has opened up a lot of doors for me, personally, and in this community. So yeah, got me into comic books. It got me into organized play and being a judge. Back in the day, you had to have a sponsor to be a judge through WizKids, and then you had to take an online test to be a judge, and then from there to level up to being a different level judge, you had to take more tests, and you had to be able to run more events. So I think at one point in time I was like a level 4 judge in the Northeast.
I beat a judge on Long Island. Had a Frost Giant and I think it was Nemesis Colossals, and he had the giant Thanos throne.
Oh, the Thanos throne.
And I just kept retaliating, and I finally just beat him.
Now, by retaliating, he doesn't mean colossal retaliate like some of you jamokes know of. That was the first ever chase that you pulled. Good for you, man. But yeah, I mean, that's probably where I'm at with it. For a favorite figure, that is. Why Deadpool? Why so much love for Deadpool?
I just thought he was goofy. I liked that he could never die, so it was just like it's just something funny that just could never die in the comic books. And it was just funny. I liked it. I liked the suit. I liked he made jokes and he would just kill people. Just, all right, made a joke, killed someone. I don't know.
Did the movies translate well compared to the comic books, in your opinion?
I mean, I think Ryan Reynolds did a good job. I think they were good. Comic books just have their own little flair to them, though. Like just the art. The art just has its own little funny to it.
Yeah, the fourth wall stuff that he does and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's your first comic book as well, right? Was Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe? No, you had more before that?
Yeah, Marvel Zombies.
Oh, yes, it was the zombies.
It's Marvel Zombies, and I bought Deadpool vs. Hawkeye 1 and 2 when they came out, but I never completed any of the sets. But I got the big Marvel Zombies book in my room still.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I love Marvel Zombies.
Marvel Zombies is good.
I wish they made more figures. I want them to make more figures of Marvel Zombies. Just cause.
Do you hear that, WizKids? He wants more Marvel Zombies.
I want a full Deadpool zombie figure, not just a head. That's what I want.
I mean,
even though he was in the comic for like 2 pages.
So the biggest hurdle in my opinion, because with WizKids and zombies, what was the beginning of Marvel Zombies? How did it happen?
A virus just came out of space.
But who opened that portal?
Reed Richards.
There you go. That's the reason why they couldn't, in my opinion, ever really give you a full-blown zombie set for the fact that it was Fantastic Four.
They didn't have the license at the time?
They didn't. They literally just got the license. Well, let me rephrase that. WizKids, it wasn't so much about WizKids getting the license. It was more about, I would say, Marvel getting the rights back to, as we know, with all those really, really bad Fantastic Four movies, it was Marvel getting the rights back to being able to do certain things. So because Marvel didn't have the rights to it, that means all the other companies who have contracts with Marvel can't necessarily be able to do things as well. Fantastic Four, we know, is under the umbrella of the Disney Corporation again with Marvel. So we have a Fantastic Four set coming out.
Yes.
So, with that being said, now with all of the Heroclix sets they made for Marvel that had a primary, even Civil War. Civil War, Reed Richards made the clone Thor, who blew. Spoiler alert! If you haven't read it, you should have read it. The first Civil War, that is, Reed Richards is the one that made the clone of Thor, who then ends up going kind of haywire and kills Goliath. Now, we didn't get any real Fantastic Four in the Civil War set. I think we got The Thing, maybe? I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. But we weren't able to get a lot of the Fantastic Four, even though they were a really big portion of that comic book series.
There's not a lot of Fantastic Four figures until now. Back then, there's not a lot.
Back in the day,
I remember the old ones, but that's about
like Fantastic Forces.
Yes.
Way back then when you had him, because Jeremiah played him all the time.
Yeah.
As literally was his go-to. His go-to was the hockey puck, Sue Storm, who had a 20 defense and defend. Oh no, he played the Fantastic Four ATA that let them all choose her defense, and he played the Alicia Masters Pog. So whenever you wanted to heal, you'd have a 14 defense. So that was obnoxious. But that was his go-to. It was the Fantastic Four. So with that being said, we're getting off topic. With that being said, the catalyst to the whole zombie thing was the Fantastic Four opening that portal and letting in that dimension of zombie and the virus and blah, blah, blah. We got the chases long time ago. I want to say...
We got the first chases and we got the second wave of chases.
Yes, the first chase is back in Supernova, but again, it wasn't Fantastic Four stuff. No, we had a couple of the zombies as well make an appearance. I want to say in Monsters and Mutations. You had like a zombie Spider-Man on like a barrel.
Headpool appeared in Deadpool.
Yep, you had zombie Giant Man eating Black Panther. You had half of a body of Iron Man. And then there was one more zombie. I think it was Wolverine. They made him again. It was like Cosmic Wolverine after they ate Galactus. So, I mean, if they wanted to revisit that property, they could do it properly now because they have... Same thing with like Battle World. They just made the Battle World set. Fantastic Four were big in that. They did retro and make some of the Fantastic Four in this new Fantastic Four set that were from Battle World, like Dr. Richards. It's him as like Dr. Doom in the Doom outfit. I think that was Earth. That might have been Earth X. Anyways, Earth X and Battle World, they retroed and made a couple of Fantastic Four from that comic book series in this new Fantastic Four set. Marcus Zilla, if you were given the choice to come up with a set, what would it be?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yours is just going to be Deadpool. Deadpool core, all the Deadpools.
Well, they made Deadpool and they made Deadpool with X-Force.
Yes, they made the Deadpool and then the Deadpool and the X-Force.
I'm trying to think of the comic lines that would be good to make a Deadpool set out of. Like,
You think of that? I mean,
well, there's Deadpool Kills.
Deadpool kills the universe, the Marvel universe.
Because that ended up evolving into the Deadpool core. Because he ends up going through the dimensions and finding the head. And he goes to another dimension and it finds the one where he meets the whole Deadpool core.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if they made that into its own set, that'd be cool. And, like, you had... I was talking about this with you in the car the other day.
Yeah.
If they had all the figures of everyone he killed, like...
Yes, that'd be awesome.
They had the Professor X where he read into his mind and then just his brain blew up. If they had that as a figure or, like, an object or something. That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome. Did you ever read the Old Man Logan comic book?
Never read it. Watched the movie, obviously, but I don't think I've ever read that comic.
I mean, that would be a cool one, in my opinion.
That would be definitely...
I'm gonna go with Marvel and DC in this one, but yeah, but if you did like the old, so what it was all of the villains had won basically and took over the United States.
Oh,
like
yeah.
California was ran by the Hulk's kids, so you could make all of them. Wolverine was going with Old Man Hawkeye across country.
Isn't Giant Man a bridge?
Giant Man was like a tunnel. It was like his skeleton, but you also had the symbiote T-Rex, so that would be cool. Who was it? You had Red Skull wearing like Captain America's like outfit, and then all like the heroes he killed. Like that would be cool. If I had to choose a DC set, I would do Justice League Dark.
I would do Black Lanterns, more Black Lanterns.
I would Lanterns. Well, Lanterns is a given. They need to make a Lantern set. Lanterns are very, very, very we haven't had a full-fledged Lantern set since War of Light. We have a little like, we have a sprinkling of lanterns here and there, but we haven't had a full-fledged Lantern set since War of Light. And that would be awesome. Don't bring back the entities. Don't message me and tell me that I should like them. Entities were bad. They are still bad for the game. Not a huge fan of them.
Entities.
When you had like the chases from War of Light, you could pay 25 points and put them on the sideline and attach them to a character, and then that character would get to choose powers. We have equipment already. Like, to stay with equipment. If you make them like equipment, okay, maybe. But like, I'm all set. But Justice League Dark is what I would go with.
The old like lantern battery and all that. I feel like that was just kind of broken too. Like it wasn't polished enough. Like it was just kind of difficult.
The way I looked at that playing from back then, I mean, a lot of people have gone on record and saying that it was probably the stalest competitive play of any, just because every single team you are guaranteed to have 30 to 60 points worth of resources and entities and sideline stuff. Granted, yes, you did have a lot of resources to choose from. You had all the batteries, you had the Book of the Skulls, you had the power plant. I think the gauntlet was even good for a little while, but there would always be, one figure that would come out and would really take advantage of a resource. I mean, we saw it with Ghost Rider and the ATA and the utility belt. That whole combination was just dominant until they had to actually go through and create the watch list some of this stuff to get rid of it. But yeah, going off of Justice League Dark, I mean, I don't know if you could do an entire set, but I would like you to try. I would like a Felix Faust. I would like a good Swamp Thing. I would like John Constantine.
They already made a Flashpoint set, right?
They kind of did. They sprinkled a little bit of Flashpoint in the Flash set, but they didn't do a full-fledged Flashpoint set.
Full Flashpoint set.
Flashpoint would be awesome. I mean, just for the fact that you could. I mean, they made like Queen Wonder Woman and King Aquaman, but like with what they're doing now with generics and how well they make generics, you could make like so many good Atlanteans and Amazonians in that set that would play off of Wonder Woman and would play off of Aquaman. You could make like a special object, as it was Mara's head, because Wonder Woman, spoiler alert, if you haven't read these things by now, you should have, where Wonder Woman decapitates Mara and takes her crown. You could literally make like a special object that way. But yeah, Justice League Dark would be outstanding. I mean, so my dream set, because I think DC does a great job with their animated movies, is I would have it be just a set of the animated movies. So Justice League Dark, Under the Red Hood.
Yes.
What's another? I just had
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. Assault on Arkham was a good animated movie. Just doing an entire set, an entire full set of subsets. Like, you don't need one dominant and then a couple of subsets. The whole set is just subsets.
Or if they split it up into like a bunch of gravity feeds, maybe.
I wouldn't say a bunch.
No.
Good lord, would you want to? Would you as a player want to chase down a dozen? We can't even get two full sets of DC. You want them to do a spattering of gravity feeds throughout a year? There's no way. Plus, I wouldn't want to chase down 12 different gravity feed sets. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I would love a Justice League Dark. I would love to. I mean, in the Justice League Dark world, you still have the Trinity. You can still make a variation of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. You could still have all those in there, and then still have the Justice League Dark be dominant. What was the other? I also want to see a better Thomas Wayne. The one that we got in the Flash set was hot garbage.
Shit chase.
It was.
Well, they should make a generic one and then like a chase one if they made a Flashpoint set.
I would love to see a chase of Flash, like, being electrocuted when he was trying to get his powers back.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing looking sculpt of just him strapped into a chair, just being fried. Amazing. Amazing. If you guys have more questions, throw them out there. We're going to be talking for a little while longer and then wrapping this up, as we've got stuff to do and some games to play. If you're not following Dishing Up Clicks on Facebook, I don't know what you're doing. You should do that. I've been posting up a lot of funny stuff that we've been playing. We played a game last night. What was it called?
Death Road to Canada.
Death Road to... Basically, it's like Oregon Trail meets Xbox One.
In a zombie apocalypse.
In a zombie apocalypse. So it's basically like the Oregon Trail going to Canada where it's safe. So basically, it's a video game based off of how life is right now. Where do you want to go to be safe in this pandemic? You go to Canada. So basically, that's what it is. You're playing how to get out of the United States and make it to Canada to be safe. Boom. Done deal. So we've been posting up a lot of fun things on there. We've been playing on the Wii U. We played some Contra yesterday. I just remembered how bad I was at that game. I think we beat level 3.
Yes.
So we made it to level 4. There's 10 levels, I think. We didn't make it very far after that. So, what else? Do you have any questions for me?
What was your favorite memory with me along for Heroclix?
Oh, any of them. Any of them.
If you had to choose one.
I don't have to do it. This is my show. I don't have to choose anything.
I would myself then.
Yep. I would say I've played Heroclix since you were a little kid. You can ask the guys, like back when you were still in diapers and you were like in your crib and stuff. Like, we would play and you'd be hanging out with us, just watching. And to know that you're basically a young adult right now, and that I can still have the opportunity to play Heroclix with you and share something that I've really enjoyed. That's it. Every time I get to play, this is gonna sound sappy and stupid, but every time I get to sit down and play Heroclix with you is a new memory that I can bank on. It's everything in the world could be on fire, but Heroclix will always be there for you and me to sit down and joke and laugh and have fun. Just take 50 minutes and forget about everything going on in the world and forget about any of the issues that are happening and just turn my brain off and laugh, and you can make fun of my dice rolls. And that's it. I really enjoy with you being there with me for my state championship that I won. I mean, it was the biggest win that I've had, and I got to share it with you. All of the booster drafts that we do at Sarge's, and we get to shit on Jeremiah and Tyler and Jason and all those guys for pulling bad figures, or they pull a great figure and just knowing that we're going to beat them and take it. Just Heroclix as a whole. I mean, it's given us a lot of fun times and a lot of good memories. So, just being able to share something with you and being able to connect. When I was younger, I played some video games with Papa. We would have Sunday nights where we would play, back in the day, like RBI baseball. We would play goofy things like that. So being able to do that in a sense, and being able to still, I mean, now it's been Xbox. We've been able to do that online and play and have laughs. Garden Hose Gang. And just doing stuff like that. I mean, we made a T-shirt because of one of the video games that we play and you being an ass. So for those that don't know Gears of War, we play Gears of War 5 online a lot when he's not able to be here in Connecticut. And there's a character in the game named Cole, and when you play on like Horde and stuff like that, he starts in his loadout. He has 3 weapons, and then you have a grenade slot. And in his grenade slot, he has smoke grenades. And whenever he has the smoke grenades and he uses them, he always yells "smoke out." So what Zach likes to do, to be a jerk, is when you're trying to do something and you're needing to focus and look at something, he'll run up to you and he'll throw 3 smoke grenades on you real fast, so your whole screen just turns to smoke, and then laugh in your ear and run away as you're trying to now struggle to do with whatever the hell you were doing. So he then created a logo of Cole with smoke all behind him and stuff, and it says "smoke out." And so we threw it on a T-shirt, and there you go. But that's what he likes to do to troll when you're trying to play and trying to do something. He'll just smoke grenade you and run away like a jerk. I don't know how many times I've died when I'm in the middle of doing something, and then you hit me with smoke grenades, and I can't see, and then I get hit, and I'm like, "Oh, cool, I'm down again. Just, you want to come pick me up?" "No? Okay, I'll just crawl around on the floor like an ass over here. Thanks. Appreciate it." So that's what we do. So who else is out there? What do you got for questions? If not, I think we're going to be wrapping this up. I think it might be getting close to us maybe, I don't know, making the decision for dinner here soon. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for helping me hit 100 subscriptions. I'm glad that you think that's hilarious, Marcus. Appreciate that. And I thank you guys for helping me make the page what it is. Yeah, it's if you actually want to see it, you can go to the Dishing Up Clicks T-shirt shop that I have there. The link is in on the page. I actually put that design up in the store just so I could then get some shirts made. So if you want to see the design, go check it out on the T page and take a look at it. It's pretty funny. I have it. I'm going to be wearing it Tuesday because the new Gears of War update comes out on. She wants you to pet her. Comes out on Tuesday, so we'll be rocking our smoke out shirts and doing that. Any questions? Anything else? You don't have any more questions?
No, I'm good. I'm just getting licked by a dog.
Getting licked? Yep.
Elbow.
She wants that
Right.
sweet sweaty elbow. All right, guys. So if no one else has anything left, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up and call it a day. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Again, go to the Dishing Up Clicks page, put your login on there, tag 2 friends in it. It'll get you into the, it'll enter you in for these bystanders that Critical Hit Customs made. I can't thank you guys enough for making them. It's really, really cool. And I think that it will help out people who want to play Dawnbreaker and run some monster teams. So, with that being said, I hope you guys are all being safe. I hope you guys are having an outstanding Saturday, and we will talk to you all soon. Take care. Dishing Up Clicks out.